You're probably wondering how to get your brand cited in ChatGPT, Claude, Google AI overviews, and other AI tools, right? The good news is that's exactly what we're going to see in this video. Now, before we dive in, nobody can guarantee you that AI picks your brand, but it looks at a clear set of signals, and most of them are in your control. So in this lesson, I will walk through all of the main signals so you can make sure you've optimized everything you can on your end. And as a bonus, I'm going to give you a free tool that you can use right after to see where you stand and what you need to optimize to send the right signals to AI. And if you are new on the channel, just some quick words about myself. I'm Matthis, I'm a senior SEO manager, and I've spent more than 10 years in the search industry. I'm also the founder of Knownful.com, where I share my SEO and AI discoveries. So now, let's go back to the video. So the first thing that you want to optimize for is related to brand entity signals. Basically, you want to send the right information to AI bots. So you need to make it obvious who you are, which means same brand name everywhere, a real about us page. On this page, you want to at least put your founders, main employees, your main services or product, and also very important to link to your main front of site pages. The idea is to send the right information to LLM bots. Then you also want to get listed in places such as Crunchbase, Wikipedia, maybe some relevant industry directories that are not spammy, and so on. You also want to get cited in your press industry. That's very important. It's not only about the signals that you send, but also how third-party sites talk about you. And when it comes to third-party sites, it's not only about Reddit, about like industry directories, or about like press releases. It's also about social media profiles. Let's take it straight. The main one to optimize is basically LinkedIn. You want to make sure that your SEO profile is optimized, which means listing at least your main product or services and having a relevant description that matches what is on the website. You may also want to talk to your employees or do a training session about how they can optimize their profile to reflect what you do on the market with your company. When it comes to content, it's also important to make sure that it's optimized for LLM, which means a few things. Basically having like a real author name, having like an article that is being refreshed quite recently, so basically no outdated content. You want to also make sure that you can cite your own like proprietary data or studies, because LLMs love to quote studies, right? So that's an important thing. If you can create your own data set, your own study, your own research, you should take advantage of this to also cite it in your content. But if AI visibility was only optimizing everything on your website, it would be too easy, right? So the second part is basically you want to be visible and part of the conversation where it happens on the web. So you want to be featured and appear on Reddit, Quora, on G2, maybe on Capterra. If you're working on the banking industry, you want to be featured in nerdwallet.com. You want to be part of the conversation, right? You want to match where your target audience is. That's super important. On Knownful.com, I monitor every month the top cited sources for 10 industries, and this is the clear winning lever. You want to appear on third-party websites that are relevant to your target audience. You don't want to be spammy, right? You just want to do good communication work, and that's a key element that is often overlooked. To sum it up, when it comes to making your brand visible in AI and LLMs, there are basically two pillars. The first one, that's basically how you talk about yourself on your own site, your own ecosystem, right? The second one is how the web talks about you. You want to make sure that you are sending the right signals and the same signals across both, right? You don't want to confuse AI bots. That's basically the main idea. If you're interested, I created a free tool that you can check right now, where you have basically a checklist and you can score where you're at right now and how you can improve. See you soon. Bye bye.